Hey guys, today we're talking about something that might surprise you. You take your morning walk, maybe even a second one after lunch. You count your steps, feel the air in your lungs, and tell yourself, I'm staying active. But somewhere deep down, you've noticed your legs still tire fast, your arms feel weaker lifting those grocery bags, and your balance isn't quite what it used to be. You wonder, why do I still feel like I'm slowing down? Have you ever felt like your energy is draining faster than it used to? Like no matter how far or often you walk, your body doesn't bounce back the way it once did? That's because walking, while wonderful for your heart and your spirit, is only one piece of a much bigger puzzle. A piece that, by itself, simply isn't enough to keep your body truly strong. See, walking is mostly a forward motion. It uses the same muscles over and over, your calves, your thighs, a bit of your hips. It's a rhythm, and rhythm can be soothing. But over time, if that's all you do, other parts of your body begin to rest more than they should. Muscles that don't get challenged begin to weaken. Tendons tighten, posture slumps, and little by little, strength slips away. You might notice it when standing up from a low chair takes more effort, or when holding a pot of soup strains your arms more than it used to, or when your balance feels just a bit off as you step into the tub or onto a curb. It's subtle at first, but over the years, it builds. You may think, but I'm still walking every day. And yes, walking is absolutely better than staying still. It's wonderful for your circulation. It lifts your mood. It gives your joints some movement and your mind some peace. But strength, the kind that helps you lift, push, pull, rise, and stabilize, requires resistance, variation, and intention. Strength fades quietly unless we give it a reason to stay. Think of your body like a house. Walking is like sweeping the floor. It keeps things clean, orderly. But if the foundation starts cracking, the beams, the supports, you won't fix that with a broom. You'll need tools. And for your body, those tools are targeted exercises, ones that reach deeper than walking ever could. Without strength training, your body becomes vulnerable. Muscles shrink, joints stiffen, bones weaken. You start to compensate in small, silent ways, leaning more on one side, using furniture to rise, shortening your stride. It's not just aging, it's lack of variety in your movement. Let's picture something together. You wake up, the morning light comes through the curtains. You get out of bed and start your day. You walk to the kitchen, pour some tea. Everything feels all right, but beneath the surface, a few muscles didn't fire. They weren't needed. They've been skipped too many days in a row. You don't notice yet, not today, but your body keeps score. And what's worse, if walking is the only activity you trust, you may begin to fear anything more demanding. You avoid stairs. You stop bending as low. You lift fewer things. Not because you want to, but because your body quietly tells you it's too much. That's where it all begins to spiral. Fear of pain becomes avoidance. Avoidance becomes weakness. Weakness becomes reliance. And for someone who's always been independent, that can feel like the start of a slow and quiet surrender. But you're not here to surrender. You're here to understand, to take back control, to learn that strength doesn't mean pushing weights at the gym or training like an athlete. It means being able to stand up easily, walk with confidence, lift your grandchild, carry your groceries, or rise from a fall. It means being able to move with assurance, dignity, and safety. And yes, walking has a place in this. But walking should be the base, not the whole building. Think of it like nutrition. Walking is your daily vegetable. But your muscles, they're craving protein. They need challenge. They need variety. They need to be asked, can you still do this? And when they say yes, they stay with you. Now, I know what you might be thinking. At my age, isn't it risky to do exercises beyond walking? The answer is, only if you jump too fast, lift too heavy, or move without guidance. But done right, these exercises are safe, even gentle. And the benefits? They're profound. Better posture, less back pain, stronger legs, more stable steps, greater endurance, less fatigue, sharper balance, fewer falls, more confidence, less dependence. All of it begins by acknowledging the truth. Walking isn't enough, not for total body strength, not if you want to feel powerful again, not if you want to thrive, not just survive. So from here on out, we're going deeper, into the muscles walking can't reach, into the movements that restore power, balance, and grace. You'll learn simple, effective exercises you can do at home. No gym, no fancy equipment, no pressure. This is your time to build from the inside out, to stop just moving forward and start moving fully, through your core, your legs, your arms, your center of balance, through all of you. It all starts with one decision, to ask more of your body, not in a punishing way, but in a loving, patient, strengthening way. The way your body needs, the way it deserves. You might not see it when you look in the mirror, but your strength begins in your center. Not just the muscles you can flex, but the deep ones. The ones that wrap around your spine like a corset, steady your hips, and keep you balanced when life throws a curveball. You rely on these core muscles more than you realize. When you stand up from a chair, reach across the bed to smooth a blanket, or catch yourself from tipping too far, your core is quietly doing the work. And if that core is weak, even the simplest movements get harder, slower, less steady. The problem is, walking doesn't touch most of your core. Sure, your abs engage a little as you move, but not enough to build strength. They're along for the ride, not leading it. That's why so many seniors feel wobbly even after daily walks. Their foundation, their core, isn't holding firm. Imagine your body like a tree. Strong roots, a sturdy trunk, branches reaching out. If the trunk is weak, the whole tree wavers. Your core is that trunk. It connects your upper and lower body. It keeps everything aligned and in harmony. And when it falters, your posture suffers, your back aches, and your balance slips. Let's say you're reaching into a cabinet. If your core is strong, you stay upright, supported. If it's weak, you might lean too far, twist wrong, or feel a tug in your back. That little tug, that's your body whispering, "Help me, I need more support down here." But here's the good news. Strengthening your core doesn't have to mean crunches or gym mats or anything strenuous. In fact, some of the best core exercises are gentle, low impact, and done sitting in a chair or lying on your bed. Try this. Sit tall in a chair, feet flat on the ground. Pull your belly button gently in toward your spine, like you're zipping up a pair of pants. Hold that tension as you lift 1 foot an inch off the floor, then lower it. Switch feet. Keep your spine straight. Feel that? That little challenge to stay upright? That's your core waking up. Or lie on your back in bed, knees bent, feet flat. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, tighten your belly, not with force, but with control, and gently tilt your pelvis so your lower back presses lightly into the mattress. Hold, breathe, release. It may not seem like much, but you're teaching those deep core muscles to activate, to support you again. These movements reintroduce your body to balance and strength. They remind your muscles what they're supposed to do. Over time, as you keep at it, you'll find that sitting up straight becomes easier. Turning around feels smoother. You stand with more confidence. You feel taller, lighter, more present in your own body. Another simple move, the seated twist. Sit in a firm chair, spine tall, arms crossed over your chest. Slowly twist to the right, keeping your hips steady. Then to the left. You're not jerking or forcing, just rotating gently through your waist. This activates your obliques, those side core muscles that keep you stable when you change direction or catch your balance. And then there's the bridge. You can do it right in bed. Lie flat, knees bent, feet hip-width apart. Press your feet gently into the bed and slowly lift your hips, just a few inches. Feel your glutes, your lower back, your belly engage. Then lower. Repeat slowly. This builds strength in the back of your core, the part that holds you upright as you stand, walk, and move through life. With every repetition, you're not just moving muscles. You're restoring confidence. You're saying to your body, "I still trust you. I still need you. Let's keep going." And when your core is strong, it shows in little ways that mean everything. You don't lean on the grocery cart as much. You don't hesitate before stepping onto an escalator. You don't feel that sway when you close your eyes in the shower. You're centered, grounded, not just physically, but emotionally too. Because a strong core isn't just about movement, it's about identity. It's about feeling upright in the world, not hunched or hesitant. It's about owning the space you move through rather than tiptoeing around it. You've probably heard the phrase, use it or lose it. That couldn't be truer for your core. But the flip side is also powerful. Use it and keep it. Rebuild it. Rediscover it. You can start small right now. 10 minutes a day, a handful of movements, and your body will remember. And as your core strengthens, you may notice other things changing too. Your breath deepens, your shoulders drop, your steps feel lighter. It's like your whole body starts moving in harmony again. We often think of strength as something you build by force, but real strength, lasting strength, the kind that keeps you upright and balanced at 65, 75, even 85, is built quietly, patiently, and consistently. So now as you sit there, ask yourself, how's your center holding up? Is it steady, strong, ready to support you, or is it asking for attention? If it's the latter, don't worry. You've got time, you've got power, and with just a few minutes each day, you can reawaken that core, that quiet strength that lives deep in your center, and let it carry you forward. Because the journey doesn't stop here. Your legs are next, and oh, how important they are. Now let's talk about your legs. They've carried you for decades. They've helped you dance, chase after children, climb stairs, and explore the world. But lately, maybe they feel slower, a little more reluctant to rise after sitting, a little more shaky when stepping off a curb. You're not imagining it. Here's the truth. Your power comes from your legs. When your legs are strong, you feel independent. You rise from chairs without a second thought. You walk into a room with confidence. You tackle stairs, curbs, doorsteps, and uneven sidewalks with ease. But when your leg strength begins to fade, everything else follows. And walking alone won't build that strength. Why? Because walking mostly works endurance and cardiovascular health. It keeps your legs moving, but it doesn't ask them to lift. It doesn't demand effort. Your muscles don't struggle, and muscles need that struggle to grow stronger. Think of it like this. Your legs are made up of large muscle groups. Your quadriceps, front of thighs, hamstrings, back of thighs, glutes, your backside, and calves. Each of these has to be challenged to stay firm and responsive. Otherwise, they weaken over time. When that happens, things like standing up from a low couch, climbing a step, or even walking for more than 10 minutes start to feel harder than they should. And we all know the chain reaction. Legs weaken, your confidence drops, you move less, which weakens them even more. It's a quiet spiral, but you can break it. You can reverse it. Let's start simple. One of the most powerful leg exercises you can do doesn't require any equipment or special space. You already do it every day, standing up from a chair. Try this. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the ground, knees bent at 90 degrees. Cross your arms over your chest. Now slowly rise to a full stand, no using your hands. Then sit back down, controlled and steady. Repeat 5 times. If it's tough, that's okay. That means you're doing the right thing. That means those big leg muscles are being challenged. This movement, called a sit to stand, is like a mini squat. It activates your thighs, glutes, and core all at once. And more importantly, it mimics a movement you do every single day. When you train your body with exercises that mirror real life, you're not just getting stronger, you're getting more capable. Another great one, standing leg lifts. Hold on to the back of a chair, stand tall, shift your weight to your left leg and slowly lift your right leg out to the side, just a few inches, keeping your toe pointed forward. Hold for a moment, then lower. Repeat 8 to 10 times, then switch legs. This works your hip muscles, essential for balance and stability. You can also try heel raises. Again, hold on to a chair. Rise slowly onto your toes, lifting your heels off the ground. Hold for a second, then lower. Do 10 to 15 powtórzeń. This strengthens your calves, which help you push off when walking and keep your ankle joints stable. Don't underestimate these little movements. They build strength from the ground up. And the more consistent you are, the more you'll feel the difference. When you get out of the car, when you walk uphill, when you stand in the kitchen and don't feel the need to lean or rest. Let's not forget your glutes, those large muscles in your backside. They're essential for walking, climbing, lifting, and keeping your pelvis aligned. If they're weak, your back compensates, and suddenly you're dealing with lower back pain or hip discomfort. A simple glute strengthener is the bridge exercise we mentioned earlier, but let's add more intention to it now. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Press through your heels, squeeze your glutes, and slowly lift your hips off the ground. Don't use your back. Let the power come from your legs and backside. Hold for a few seconds, then lower with control. Do 5 do 10 powtórzeń. Over time, you'll notice the difference. Your legs will feel more alive. Your stride will be stronger. Your ability to catch yourself when tripping, better. You'll rise with less effort. You'll feel your independence returning. And perhaps even more importantly, you'll start to notice a change in your mindset. Because strong legs don't just help you move. They help you feel grounded, safe, capable. They give you back a sense of control over your environment. You don't fear stairs. You don't dread bending down. You don't hesitate to go for a walk that's just a little bit longer. Let's not forget, strong legs also protect you from falls. They give you the power to react, to recover your balance, to shift your weight, to bend your knees instead of locking up. Think of those muscles like your internal support beams, the ones that catch you when life moves too fast, the ones that help you rise not just from a chair, but from setbacks, from hesitation, from the creeping fear of decline. You don't need to lift weights. You don't need to join a gym. What you need is consistency, repetition, just a few minutes each day of intentional leg work. Your body will respond. Start by pairing your walking with 3 leg strengthening exercises: sit to stands, heel raises, and side leg lifts. Do them slowly with focus. Let your muscles work. Let them wake up. Let them remember their job. Because your legs aren't just there to carry you. They're there to empower you, to move you forward into the kind of life you still deserve. One where you walk into a room with strength, not caution. And while your legs are your base, your arms are your tools. Let's talk about how to strengthen the upper body next. Now we shift our attention upward, to the part of your body that carries, lifts, holds, reaches, pulls, and hugs. Your upper body. You may not think about it much, but every time you push open a heavy door, hold a frying pan, pick up a gallon of milk, or even steady yourself against a wall, your arms, shoulders, chest, and back are doing the work. And when those muscles aren't strong anymore, life gets frustrating fast. You might catch yourself grunting a little when lifting something off a high shelf. You may need 2 hands for something that used to take 1, or you avoid reaching overhead entirely, afraid of that familiar ache in your shoulder or the quiet wobble in your elbow. But here's the good news. You can get that strength back. And no, you don't need a gym or a weight bench. In fact, the most powerful upper body work for seniors is gentle, controlled, and done with things already in your home. Like a small water bottle, a towel, or even your own body weight. Let's begin with one of the simplest and most effective movements, the wall push-up. Stand facing a wall, a few feet away. Place your hands flat on the wall at chest height, slightly wider than your shoulders. Keep your body straight. No sagging belly, no arched back. Now bend your elbows slowly, bringing your chest toward the wall. Then push back to your starting position. That's 1 rep. Do 5 to 10. Breathe out as you push away. Breathe in as you lower. Feel your chest, your shoulders, your arms working together. This move strengthens your pushing power, the kind you need for daily things like pushing up from a seat, closing a trunk, or getting yourself out of bed. Now let's pull. We often forget that pulling is just as important as pushing. Pulling is what helps you open a stuck drawer, lift a bag, or stabilize yourself when something shifts beneath your feet. Try this. Grab a small towel and roll it tightly. Sit tall in a chair, hold one end in each hand. Now pretend you're trying to stretch that towel. Pull your hands outward, feeling the tension through your arms and shoulders. Hold it for a few seconds, release, and repeat. Simple, powerful, no joint strain. Or if you have light hand weights or even soup cans, try some bicep curls. Sit or stand tall, hold a weight in each hand, arms down at your sides. Slowly bend your elbows and curl the weight toward your shoulders, then lower back down. 10 slow reps. Don't swing, don't rush. The slower you go, the deeper the strength. This movement builds the muscles you use for carrying groceries, holding your purse, even brushing your hair. Everyday strength, quiet confidence. Now we move to the shoulders. They're tricky because they carry a lot, and they're vulnerable to pain when not cared for. That stiffness when you reach overhead, it's your shoulder asking for help. Here's a shoulder-friendly move. Arm circles. Stand tall or sit. Extend your arms out to the sides like a T. Now slowly make small circles forward 10 times, then backward 10 times. Rest, then repeat with slightly larger circles. You're not flapping like a bird. You're carving space, strengthening the rotator cuff and stabilizing muscles that keep your shoulder joints smooth and functional. You'll feel it, not in a painful way, but in a, hello, I'm working again kind of way. That's your body responding. And don't forget your upper back, the unsung hero of good posture. When the muscles between your shoulder blades weaken, your posture starts to collapse forward. That slump? It's not just aging, it's your back muscles crying out for attention. Here's how to wake them up. Scapular squeezes, sit or stand tall. Pull your shoulder blades together as if you're trying to hold a pencil between them. Hold for 5 seconds, release, repeat 10 times. This tiny movement makes a big difference. It reminds your spine to stand tall, your shoulders to roll back, your chest to open, and that changes how you feel in the world. More open, more confident, more you. Because strength isn't about looking like a bodybuilder. It's about being able to pull open a car door without wincing. It's about comfortably reaching the top shelf. It's about carrying your own laundry basket, your own suitcase, your own life. And it's about dignity. When your upper body is strong, you walk into situations with presence. You speak with more breath. You move with less hesitation. You stop asking others to do things you used to handle yourself. Not out of pride, but out of freedom. A strong upper body also protects your heart and lungs by supporting posture. When your chest is open, you breathe deeper. Your oxygen flows better, your energy lifts, and your mood follows. So what should you aim for? Just 10 to 15 minutes of focused upper body work 2 or 3 times a week. That's it. Pair it with your core and leg routines, and you've got a full body foundation. You can make it part of your routine. Wall push-ups while the kettle boils, towel pulls during a TV commercial, arm circles while waiting on hold. It doesn't have to be a big production. It just has to happen. And as it does, you'll feel yourself returning, not just to physical strength, but to identity, to the version of you that doesn't hesitate to reach, that doesn't flinch when lifting, that doesn't feel fear creeping in when your arms are called to act. Because when your arms are strong, your world feels lighter, your tasks feel smaller, and you feel bigger, more capable, more alive. Now, with your core solid, your legs powerful, and your upper body waking up again, there's one last piece of the puzzle: balance, grace, and flow. Let's bring it all together. Your strength is returning, your center holds steady, your legs feel alive, your arms respond with purpose. But there's one more layer, a subtle one, yet perhaps the most essential of all: your balance, your flexibility, and your flow. Because strength without stability is risky, power without grace is clumsy, and movement without control, that's how falls happen. Let's talk about balance. You probably already sense when your balance isn't what it used to be. You feel a slight wobble when you turn quickly. You hesitate stepping into the shower. Maybe you walk a little closer to walls or furniture, not to touch them, but just to know they're there. These little hesitations add up. And the older we get, the more critical it becomes to train balance directly. Not just trust it, train it. The reason balance fades isn't just age, it's lack of stimulation. The systems in your body that once fired together to keep you upright, your inner ear, your muscles, your eyes, your joints, need practice. Just like anything else. The good news? It doesn't take hours, just minutes a day. Let's start simple. Stand behind a chair, hands lightly touching the back. Now lift one foot off the ground, just a few inches. Hold it. Don't lock your knee. Don't lean. Just breathe and let your body adjust. You might sway. That's okay. That's your body recalibrating. That's progress. Try to hold for 10 seconds. Switch sides. As you get stronger, try removing one hand from the chair, then both. Then close your eyes for a moment. Always stay near support, but give your balance a little challenge. Let it grow. Next, walk heel to toe across the room, like walking a straight line. Each step, your heel touches the toe of the opposite foot. Your arms can stretch out for balance. Go slow. Feel each shift. You're not in a race, you're in control. Now let's add flow, because movement is more than a checklist. It's a dance, it's a breath. And the more fluid your movements become, the less likely you are to freeze, to stumble, to panic. That's where stretching and flow-based motions, like Tai Chi or gentle yoga, increase your strength in ways that walking never can. Take a deep breath. Stand tall. Reach both arms slowly overhead. Stretch your spine, your chest, your fingers. Now exhale and let your arms float back down. Repeat that a few times, as slowly as you can. That one movement stretches your shoulders, lengthens your spine, opens your lungs, and tells your nervous system, you're safe, you're strong, keep going. Or try the swaying tree. Stand tall, arms relaxed at your sides. Shift your weight to one foot and let your other foot rest lightly on your ankle, like a tree's root lifting slightly. Let your arms sway gently from side to side, like branches. You're not aiming for stillness here. You're exploring how your body handles movement while staying balanced. This playful sway reconnects your body and brain. It teaches adaptability, not rigidity. Flexibility matters more than you think, not just for touching your toes, but for everyday grace. Tight muscles pull joints out of alignment. They make movement jerky, not smooth. They create strain where there should be ease. Try this seated stretch. Sit tall, one ankle resting gently over your opposite knee. Now lean forward slowly, not with your shoulders, but from your hips. You'll feel a gentle stretch in your hip and lower back. Hold for 20 seconds. Switch sides. Breathe. Or stand and stretch your arms across your chest, gently pulling one arm with the other to stretch your shoulder. These small, slow stretches wake up connective tissues. They bring blood flow, they release tension, and they remind your body what openness feels like. And finally, flow. You've heard the saying, move it or lose it. But flowing movement takes that one step further. It trains your body to stay in motion, even when things change suddenly. Imagine this. You're walking and the ground dips unexpectedly. If your body is trained in flowing, graceful movement, it adjusts automatically. You bend your knee slightly. You shift your hips. You stay upright. No panic, no stumble, just an elegant response. Flow is built through repetition, through slow transitions between positions, through breathing deeply as you move. It's in your morning stretch, your evening walk, the way you rise from a chair like you're gliding instead of heaving. You don't need a dance class, you just need awareness. When you move, ask, how can I make this smoother? When you reach, ask, can I stretch a little farther with breath? When you step, ask, can I place my foot with care, not speed? Balance, flexibility, flow. These aren't just exercise terms. They're qualities of a life lived with presence. They're what help you pick up something you dropped without toppling. They're what help you twist to greet someone behind you with a smile. They're what keep you safe when your world shifts suddenly. And they're not gone. They're never too far. They just need to be invited back. So bring them home, one gentle movement at a time, one steady breath, one slow shift from one foot to the other. That's how you reclaim balance. That's how you reintroduce grace into your strength. Because strength isn't just power, it's control. its steadiness, its fluidity. And now, with your core strong, your legs steady, your arms capable, and your whole body moving with balance and grace, you've rebuilt something essential. You haven't just added exercises. You've created a foundation, a daily ritual, a quiet confidence that carries you forward, not with fear, but with strength, with purpose, and with flow. Now let's wind down, gently. Let's pause here. You've just journeyed through your entire body, not by racing, not by forcing, but by listening, strengthening, and reconnecting. That's what movement should be. Not a punishment, not a burden, but a return home. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your feet pressing into the floor. Feel your shoulders softening away from your ears. Feel the breath moving in and out. You've done something important today. Not loud, not flashy, but meaningful. You've reminded your body that it's still yours. You've reminded your muscles that they still matter. You've reminded your spirit that movement is still a gift you can claim, any day you choose. And now you get to move through the world just a little differently. You sit taller at the dinner table. You step with more confidence. You reach without hesitation. You feel grounded. Let this be the beginning, not of a workout plan, but of a relationship with your body, with your strength, with the quiet pride that comes from doing something for you. So tonight, as you rest, know that your strength is returning, not in big leaps, but in soft, steady waves. You are not fragile. You are not fading. You are waking up. And tomorrow, when your feet hit the floor, stand tall, breathe deep, and move forward like the strong, steady force you are.